Reminded that it's our duty to avoid conflicts of interest and the appearance of conflicts of interest as we handle the work of this board. Does any member of the board know of any conflict of interest or any appearance of conflict with respect to any matters coming before us at this meeting? If so, please state them for the record. If during the course of the meeting you become aware of an actual or apparent conflict of interest, please bring the matter to the attention of the chair. It will then be your duty to abstain from participating in discussion on the matter and from voting on the matter. Today we have one item of new business before the board. This item can be found on our April 7th agenda under Section B of the Chairman's Report titled New Business. This item concerns Three Rivers Academy, a charter school in Bertie County. And since this falls under the responsibility of the Educator, Innovation, and Charter Schools Committee, I now turn to Ms. Amy White, the chair of the EICS Committee. Ms. White.
Thank you, Chair Davis. Thank you to all of you for joining us on the call this afternoon on a Friday to continue in this very important business item. I'd like to provide some context for which we are going to ask your recommendation. So, board members, if you'll remember, in January, the North Carolina Board of Education unanimously accepted the unanimous recommendation from the Charter School Advisory Board to terminate the charter of Three Rivers Academy operating in Bertie County. And the reasons that we made this decision were failure of Three Rivers to meet standards of student performance, ongoing and long-standing violations of federal and state law, violations of the provisions of its charter, failure to provide the required oversight and accountability over the school's EMO, the Education Management Organization, and finally, mismanagement and misappropriation of federal and state and local funds. So at that time, Three Rivers was given the option to, the Board of Directors for Three Rivers was given the option to appeal the decision of the state board within 10 days. And the Three Rivers Board failed to submit an appeal during the time period allotted. Mr. McQueen, the owner of the EMO, did make an appeal on behalf of the EMO, but because Mr. McQueen is a contractor with the state, he did not have standing to make an appeal on behalf of the charter school board. Well, after the 10-day deadline, the actual Three Rivers Charter School Board did make an appeal, and the decision whether to allow the appeal was stayed by us, the Board of Education, until we could make a decision on the non-renewal of the charter, which was going to be discussed by us during our March meeting. In March, we, as the State Board of Education, unanimously accepted the unanimous recommendation of the Charter School Advisory Board that we not renew the charter for Three Rivers Academy, and that would conclude on June 30th of 2022 of this year. Again, following statute and charter procedure, the Three Rivers Academy Board of Directors was allowed and notified that it had the right to appeal. The school did not request an appeal. Therefore, the non-renewal decision made by us, the State Board of Education, became final on March the 15th, meaning that the charter would expire in June 30th of 2022, that'd be this June. Which brings us to the item of new business today. According to the terms of the agreement between the charter organization, Three Rivers Board of Directors, and the state board, in subsection 26.2, paragraph 26.2, subsection B, it states, if information available to the state board indicate the charter school current operation poses an immediate threat to the health, the safety, the welfare of the charter schools, students, or employees, or to the public, the State Board of Education may take protective action pending a final decision of the charter. Folks, it's important to know that we as a state board never relish the idea of closing a school. But if forced to do so, we would prefer to do that at the end of the school year. Unfortunately, that is not the position that we have today. Today, the State Board has found that the immediate closure is necessary to protect the educational needs, welfare, and rights of students currently enrolled at Three Rivers Academy, and to safeguard the financial and public assets which are in the school's possession. So today, Mr. Chair, we are going to be asking for the board's approval, and I'm asking for approval for this immediate call of action to immediately close Three Rivers Academy. Outline has been provided to board members, and in that outline, it included the wording in the following order. I want to be able to read that verbatim. And I've just got a little computer glitch here. Give me 1 second. The order states, pursuant to its authority under North Carolina General Statute Section 115C-218.95, subsection A, the North Carolina State Board of Education hereby orders the closure of Three Rivers Academy and the dissolution of its charter effective today, Friday, April the 8th, 2022, upon the execution of this order. Upon entry of this order, all monies, all documents, records, computers, buses, automobiles, and other net assets of Three Rivers Academy purchased with public funds become the property of the Bertie County School Administrative Unit as provided in North Carolina General Statute Section 115C-218.100, subsection B. The State Board directs that all monies, records, and other charter school assets obtained with public funds shall be secured immediately by the board, staff, and educational management organization of Three Rivers Academy and shall be turned over to the Bertie County Schools upon the presentation of this order by personnel of the Bertie County Schools. The State Board of Education further authorizes the Bertie County Schools to be the fiscal agent related to this school closure, to make final payments to vendors and employees as authorized by the North Carolina Department of Public Construction, Division of School Business. Mr. Chair, I would also like to ask that we have staff from the Department of Public Construction, as well as staff from all of the districts from which student-based schools are located, be prepared to support and assist these students and families during this transition. Mr. Board, I request that the Board of Education approve this order.
Thank you, Ms. White. Any discussion on Ms. White's recommendation from EICS? Hearing none, I seek a motion to approve the recommendation that Ms. White just presented from the EICS committee to close Three Rivers Academy. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved, Mr. Keenan.
Motion by Mr. Keenan. Is there a second?
State Treasurer seconds.
Second by the Treasurer. Any discussion on this motion? Hearing none. Ms. Martin, will you call the roll to capture the vote?
Yes, sir. Dr. Oxendine?
Yes.
Ms. Kamnitz?
Yes.
Mr. Keenan?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Dr. Tipton Rogers?
Yes.
Ms. White?
Yes.
Treasurer Falwell?
Yes. Treasurer Falwell, yes.
Vice Chair Duncan?
Yes.
Chair Davis?
Yes. The motion carries. Thank you, colleagues. This concludes our work for today and from the April 7th, 2022 State Board of Education meeting. I now ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Treasurer Falwell.
Motion by the Treasurer. Is there a second?
Wendell, second.
Second by Mr. Hall. Ms. Martin, please call the roll to capture the vote.
Yes, sir. Dr. Oxendine?
Yes.
Ms. Kamnitz?
Yes.
Mr. Keenan? Mr. Keenan? Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Dr. Tipton Rogers?
Yes.
Ms. White?
Yes.
Treasurer Falwell?
Yes.
Vice Chair Duncan?
Yes.
Chair Davis?
Yes. Motion carries. This concludes our April 7th, 2022 State Board of Education meeting. We are adjourned. Have a good weekend.